In the Navy, I was a cook. All throughout college, I cooked. And now I'm part of a professional Kansas City Barbecue Society barbecue team. We travel up and down the states and we compete on the national barbecue circuit. I can cook. That's my greatest, quality in my life right now. I was raised Catholic, and family divorced, kind of started going to different churches here and there all throughout my life. Really never was a true considered to be a member of a church. So my wife had always been a believer. She had gone to church all of her life. I still remember when we were dating, her dragging me to church and me sitting there going, what am I doing here? I don't belong here. Unfortunately, my bad ways, my walk away from God started to take her down that pathway, like, oh, let's not go to church today. Let's skip church today. Let's go to the mountains today. And so eventually me, as the leader of the household, led her a little bit farther away that she probably needed to be. And so finally, that's when I said, hey, what type of model am I presenting to my kids? What type of model am I presenting to my wife? So that's where I finally said, something's got to change. This is not the path that I've been intended to go on the rest of my life. We went to an event, and it was hundreds upon hundreds of guys gathered together, worshiping, all broken, all having issues. And that's the one point in my life I actually realized, wow, there's something different about what's going on. And we said, okay, here's what we need to do as a family. We need to find a church that we actually can call home. So I went ahead and said, to the wife and kids, we're going to try Valley first. Let's see what works. So we came here, and Pastor Roger happened to be doing a sermon on the difference between trust and forgiveness, which is something that many of us have always struggled with, and it was something I was struggling with at the time. And so I said, okay, well, God, you spoke. Hook, line, and sinker, we're home. I've always found that my way to doing some sort of service is with the food aspect of things. I'm one of those individuals in the past, I never had the words to minister that way, so I thought for me the best way to do it is to utilize food to bring people together and to encourage them and listen to a story. So I just wanted to have a place that men could join together, enjoy each other's company, enjoy a great meal, and then obviously, before we eat, we lead into prayer, and we just kind of let God take what needs to be taken. Getting into the class, the small group that we were part of in the very beginning, that allowed me to kind of learn a tremendous amount more. My wife was asked, hey, what difference have you seen with him since he started to church? And she just point blank that he's the man that I've always wanted. He's the man that is leading the house the way that he needs to lead. So that was the coolest thing, is to hear from her saying, this is the person he's supposed to be. That was really cool.